WRFM News for our sponsor General Trades, professional roofing, maintenance and restoration.
It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Belinda De Lasheras with Hunter News. A 52-year-old man will front court today after being charged with drug offences following a police pursuit in the central Hunter yesterday. Around 1:30 p.m, officers attempted to stop an unregistered motorcycle travelling along Kendall Street in Bellbird, initiating a pursuit. Sonia Roberts from Police Headquarters says the chase came to an end on Pine Way in Mount View.
The rider lost control of the bike while travelling through a stretch of long grass. Both the rider and his passenger fell from the bike. Fortunately, the speed had reduced at this time and neither of them were injured. The rider, a 52-year-old man from Mount View, was found to be in possession of methamphetamines, a folding pocket knife and cash.
The motorcyclist's been refused bail while his female passenger was released without charge. Firefighters are praising the efforts of occupants at a Greta residence who helped stop the spread of a backyard shed fire in the early hours of this morning. Crews were called to the Devon Street property around 2:30 to reports of a fibro and tin garage up in flames, but managed to extinguish the blaze in under half an hour thanks to occupants' attempts to douse the fire. There were no injuries. The cause of the blaze remains unknown. The Maitland-Newcastle Catholic Diocese has thrown its support behind calls for an investigation into the potential connection between suicide and child sexual abuse within the church. Bishop Bill Wright has released a statement confirming the diocese has already commenced discussions about how to approach an independent study into the issue. He insists options are on the table to approach the Royal Commission into Child Sexual Abuse about the research. Newcastle's beaches are set to close for a record 5th straight day today, following 4 separate shark sightings off the coast in just 24 hours. Around 2:30 yesterday afternoon, water police patrolling Burwood Beach spotted a 4-metre great white shark lingering off the northern end of the shore. It comes on the back of earlier sightings at Dudley and the Stockton Breakwall, confirming at least 2 large sharks cruising off the city's coastline, along with the discovery of dolphin remains at Leggy Point. There are growing calls for the state government to clarify its new fee exemptions policy for TAFE students with a disability, as smart and skilled education reforms again come under the spotlight in the Hunter. It comes as some students are forced to fork out more than $2,000 to cover the cost of diploma courses, currently facing an uncertain fate under the government's certificate-level fee waivers. Greens MP John Kay says disabled students should receive exemptions for all of their first courses.
Students with disability have an exemption for their first TAFE course. The problem has been that the Minister has not made it clear that that applies for diplomas as well as certificates. The Minister needs to make it absolutely clear that students don't face any barriers to entering TAFE when they have disability.
Cessnock Hospital continues to celebrate its 100th birthday with the unveiling of a new roof over its main building. The completion of the $400,000 project rounds off last year's upgrade to the emergency department. Parliamentary Secretary for Regional and Rural Health Melinda Pavey says the renovation will greatly benefit the community.
Cessnock is one of the busiest hospitals in the Hunter, New England, with around 17,000 present patients in the ED department annually. It's a great hospital with a great history. Cessnock Hospital deserves this new roof, deserves this investment in its infrastructure, and it's my pleasure to commemorate that work and highlight the great work of the staff and the Cessnock Hospital.
Now with sport, Cecilia Connell.
The tough times continue for the Newcastle Jets, with the club agreeing to mutually terminate the contract of defender Sam Galloway. He's headed to the Western Sydney Wanderers on a short-term deal, attending a training camp with the team this week. The 22-year-old made 44 appearances for the Jets after making his debut in 2011. Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union's new general manager, Andrew Fairfull, has officially signed on for duty. The former Wanderers player is vowing to strengthen the organisation's financial sustainability, drawing on a strong business background. He replaces Fenton Cool, who was acting in a caretaker capacity since the resignation of Shelley Human in September. And University of Newcastle students Matt Graham and Michaela Davis-Meehan are in final preparations to compete in the FIS Freestyle Ski and Snowboard World Championships in Austria tomorrow. That's sport. I'm Cecilia Connell.
2NURFM News Time is coming up to 25 to 7.